Mm. Okay.
Last time on D&D.
Yeah, pretty much. So you made your way from the tundra up over in this a bit, back to the pass leading through the mountains back to Wintergard, and as you approached, you heard what could only be described as a giant fuck off battle. You found the gate guarding the city from the northern giant territory um, on fire and destroyed. You could only assume that those weird fuck off dragons you saw were the problem. The
We didn't
giants,
start the fire.
nope. The giants took advantage of the chaos and used that opportunity to try to attack the city. As you approached the gate, there were about half a dozen giants there attacking a squadron of humans. You helped the humans defeat the giants, and they escorted you back to the capital here. No, not great. You made it back to Jorviscold. You met with the king. Um,
I got him to give me a bag of holding.
you did, and you
Yeah. We
told
must
him
note
that
this.
only his daughter Astrid was brought back, and he failed
Giggled.
his checks miserably, trying to conceal how excited he was that the fiance did not come back. At which point, Astrid walked up, slapped her dad in the face, stormed off to her room like a teenager does, and then the king gave you double the reward because he was so happy to not have to deal with him anymore. As Matt
And
fucks
he got
off.
so annoyed by me that he gave me a bag of holding. And I
Yeah.
woke him up from his nap.
You did wake him up.
I don't
from his
remember
nap.
what I asked him. Was it for the bag of holding?
I
No, I don't.
believe.
I don't think I-
No.
No, I asked him for something.
You did, and I don't remember.
Yeah, me either.
I
But
did wake him up and he was
You
annoyed.
woke
Oh,
him up.
we got sent out for it.
Yep. You went
I don't
out to
remember.
go to the
I failed.
blacksmith
Fine, I failed too.
to get the rest of your reward, as well as you went to the library next to the blacksmith shop to try to see if anyone could decipher the letter you picked up.
That was it.
Clearly not.
Oh yeah, it
in
was the
giant
letter. Okay.
writing. Yep.
Mhm.
And
That's
we
what I
left
did. I
off
asked him if he
after
knew.
you gave the librarian a copy of the letter, and he said, "Come back in a day or two. I'll have it translated." And that's where we left off. Let's.
Oh, we
go
still had to pick
to-
out our armor, which I didn't even think about.
Don't worry, I
Yes.
didn't either.
So this is the city of Jorviscold.
Sure, I'll love to look at it when you turn the black off.
Yeah, turn on the lights on.
Why are I hate
Lights
this
on.
so much. I do that every single time.
Computer,
One
lights
second.
on.
Oh wait, clap on,
Sleep.
clap off.
1 second.
clapper.
Global lighting is getting turned
Computer,
on now.
lights on.
It
Come.
is on.
Computer, illuminate the room.
Oh wait, I know why. Because there is no token.
Come.
Holy damn.
Come.
Yep. That's the city.
Good God, man. You could just put 3 huts and call it the city.
I know, right?
This is the city. So this is where you guys were at. That's the king's castle. And yeah,
I'm never
you
gonna
guys-
find shit here.
Well, I don't expect you to visit everything in town, and like I said,
Oh,
I
we're
did
gonna
not-
visit every single
Every nook and
place.
cranny.
Does anyone
I
have a
guess.
speed potion for a goblin? Because I will go
Challenge.
to
The
every
city is epic.
Challenge
Tom.
accepted.
That
I
is-
did not
that
make
is
this.
awesome.
All I
Oh,
did was
okay.
change a few
Oh,
names.
nice.
No, I am not this good. I just saw this on
I'm not this good.
the
I used to
frickin',
do shit like this
the-
years and years ago.
The
'Cause I
software I
was a
use,
nerd.
they have a
Oh, wait.
feed section where people can just post their creations, and I saw this like this is fucking amazing. I'm using this.
I'm
Yeah,
stealing
that's sick.
This is the extent of my artwork.
Is that right?
I can't. I can't. I'm impressed by this.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I love the detail
He's
on the
got-
stick of the figure.
They're listen, they're little daggers of hands. He doesn't even have hands, he has daggers. His
like it.
dagger hands.
It's awesome.
Hands so hard.
He looks so
It's
angry.
He is angry. He's a soldier.
Okay,
See,
so
my daughter made this.
Better than me.
it looks like you.
Oh, fuck you.
It does look like you.
You walked right into that.
I kind of did.
So yeah, you guys are
Alright.
at the library, which is, and we're gonna just do some retconning here. This is the um library slash arcanum, and we're just gonna say that the blacksmith shop is somewhere over in this direction here. So yeah, you guys, we finished up at the library. And then as far as the reward for finding his daughter, do you guys have any ideas for weapons or armor that you wanted?
How do I
Honorable-
find out what armor I should find or use?
So you're a ranger. I believe
Leather.
you are only going to have. You might have medium, but you're definitely gonna have light armor efficiency. Let me double check real quick.
I'm gonna Google Ranger
Yeah, you can wear
armor
light and medium armor.
in D&D.
Yep. And this is
Okay,
not
I will
something-
answer.
Okay. So you guys gonna pick up at the library or at the blacksmith shop?
I guess blacksmith shop should be the way to go for the moment.
Okay. So you do some walking, you get down, we're gonna say right this building right here, yeah. And you get to and here comes the monster slime. Oh no, run villagers, run.
The time I
Um,
turned into a slime.
Such a good show.
Mm-hmm.
You get to the blacksmith shop and you see this is a much nicer shop than what you are typically accustomed to, as this is the king's personal blacksmith. That makes
Look at all the
the
shiny
armor
shit
and
in here.
weapons for his soldiers. You walk through the door and you see a very built-looking Nord gentleman hammering away over an anvil. Yes, 1 minute, I'll be right with you. And he continues hammering on a sword that he's working on, quenches it in oil, sets it down, walks up to the counter. How can I help you, folks?
I am trying to figure out what will keep me the safest.
And we don't have to. The way I'm basically anticipating this is, we're not gonna have the armor today, just because no one got back to me on anything.
I did.
I
did.
Yes, Matt did. So
On original
I
layer
can
here.
understand
stuff
why
in
I
mind.
didn't think of anything.
so it's gonna
Yeah, I'm
Um,
thinking.
canonically it's gonna take a day for him to make everything. So he's at this point just gonna take some orders.
Sir,
help
do
you?
you do leatherworking here, or would that be at a different location?
I mean, I don't. I strictly do weapons, but I have my partners here that can do leather. That's not a problem. We're we're a one-stop shop for basically anything you could need: armor, weapons, supplies. Basically, if you want to hit something or protect yourself from getting hit by something, this is your shop.
Okay, nice. I do want to update my leather armor, if you can help me out with that. Um, is there anything that you would suggest, if money like isn't an option or isn't a problem, I should say, isn't an option?
Well, that's the question. Is money a problem?
Money
No, the
is not
king
a
is
problem.
paying.
Do we
Oh, the
have like
king's
coins?
paying.
The
Oh.
the yeah, the king is gonna cover us.
Oh,
Um,
you're the adventurers I was told about. Okay, yeah, in that
yes,
case. Oh,
yeah,
Nice
don't
that's
to meet
worry.
us.
you, sir. And I do a little bow.
The king is
Hmm.
paying for this. Don't worry. We'll get you all sorted, and you can just see Scrooge McDuck money symbols flash in his eyes. Yeah, we're gonna get you all kitted out. Don't you worry about that. Turns to Reagan. So you said leather armor. Um, what are you in combat, or are you off to the sides or in the back lines?
I'm more of a range fighter. So maybe not necessarily something super bulky or protective, but if it could boost some of my skills, that would be awesome.
Okay. So as far as your skills, that's not a problem. Like I said, we got everything here. We can get things enchanted. We got you covered. So leather armor, um, boost some of your skills, and you just see him writing down furiously on a notepad. Um,
Try it.
okay, I think we got that covered. Who's next?
I'm not ready, so take all the other people.
Let's see.
Oh, I kind of
Um,
know what I want.
Okay, then go ahead.
Oh, you go. Fine.
All right, hang on. I just took a bite of my ice cream cookie.
List.
Let's see. I have no fucking idea. Let me think. Matt, you're up.
I'm looking for a spear. It's an heirloom. It returns.
Be able to do. Hold on. This will be helpful for you too. Do we do weapons and armor, or just armor or a weapon?
Well, the king specifically said he was paying for one item for each of you. I can do more, but anything beyond the first item would be paid for out of your own pocket.
I need to go speak to the king. But go on.
I'm
Sorry,
looking
Goblin.
for a special spear that that comes back and returns to you after you throw it, and it could be other things can be attuned to it later on.
You said this was a family heirloom?
I think I might have pawned it in the city at one time. I don't know.
I mean, I don't have anything
rid of my heirloom.
offhand, but I can definitely make something. So you're looking for a spear that when you chuck it, it comes back to you. Okay.
Yeah. And it's a melee
That-
weapon.
Well, yes, it's a spear. I don't imagine it not being a melee weapon.
I don't know. I pawned it. I had this dream, and somehow it disappeared, and I don't know. It just happened. Some vampires. Long story. I have a book coming out about it.
Oh, you're an author.
Goblin
This
that can
hasn't come up
write.
yet.
Huh, that's a new one.
Please elaborate on the book that you're writing.
You wouldn't be
He's
able
not
to
the
read
one
it.
writing it.
Oh, okay, okay. Sure.
Turns to Leonith. What would you like? You look like you're a
See,
fighter.
senor. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Got a better armor or a longsword for me?
That I can do. You looking at plate, chainmail, or if it's a weapon, you said a sword. Um, one hand, two hand. What are you looking for?
I always gotta carry it with two hands. No. Anyways.
Tweezers.
Oh my
Ooh.
God.
Low blow. Low blow. Quite low. Actually, can you make a chainmail armor that weighs less than 55 pounds, but still is able to protect me quite well?
Oh yeah, we got access to all kinds of metals. You got surprisingly strong metals that don't weigh all that much. Doesn't really impact stealth abilities either. We got all kind. We got everything. Any specific enchantments or anything you had in mind?
Immortality, yes.
Well, that's not possible.
Kidding.
But I like where you're going with this.
I'll take
The king
immortality
did say.
too.
Armor of immortality.
I know,
Well,
right?
world saved. Yeah, session's over. Goodbye.
Yes.
Oh
No.
man.
Could it be enchanted in a way where it could recover health every so often?
A regen. Nice. I like the way you think, sir.
Some sort of healing armor. Yeah, that's definitely doable. I mean, you do have to understand, just to set some expectations. It's not going to replace a doctor.
No kidding. Nope,
But
just something that can like take the edge off once in a blue moon.
oh yeah, that I can do.
Perfect.
Just be warned that while it can heal
No,
you,
no.
if you get into a battle, your arm gets chopped off. It can't fix that.
Oh no. That's no, I can fix that easily. That's fine.
If you could fix that easily, why the hell do you need this armor, boy?
Oh no. See, standard health I can't do anything with, but I can reattach limbs, that's fine.
Okay.
I used to be a veterinarian. I got this.
I don't think he knows the difference between a human and a dog.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Larry's picking up a piece of wood block
We
and
just
starts
met him a few
whittling
days
it.
ago.
What about you? The big horned lady over there. Cora?
Me?
Yes.
Well,
You're the tiefling.
I'm so happy
just-
you didn't say horny lady, because I would have liked that. That'd have been funny.
That would be
You know,
great.
I thought about it, but I was like, nah.
Oh, that's bad. That's really
It's your
bad.
shopkeeper
actually.
that's saying it, not you, Dom.
I know.
Hey there, horny lady. How can I help you? Actually,
Hold on.
that was bad.
I've almost decided. Okay,
Takes out
do you
takes out my
happen...
ukulele. Ding 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 ding
Just your face.
ding ding
Do
ding.
you happen to
No.
have either a Vorpal's longsword? What it does, it will. It's just so you know, Dom. It says if the PC rolls a natural 20, the opponent will literally lose its head. If the enemy does not have a head, they will take an additional 68 slashing damage. This weapon will slash opponents even if they have resistance to slashing. And Vorpal weapons are constructed out of a unique metal known as whatever, and elves and gnomes are privy to these knowledge about them. It is a martial melee weapon. It needs
So I
to be
like where
attuned
you're
before
going with
using
this.
it
But
because
at
of the
level
nature.
3, you're definitely not going to get a
I
weapon that
didn't
does 68 damage.
say I could use it yet. I just asked if they had it so I could keep it. Can I not get one yet at all?
I mean, we could definitely. I do have such items, but
What
That I'm gonna
about?
have to check with the king first, because that's
He was like,
basically a
please don't
king's
clap.
ransom.
Oh,
I
Whatever.
don't know if the king will actually pay me for that.
Well, if he will not, then I would like
He did
the
say,
whatever I wanted.
yeah, that's what
Just
I'm
saying.
saying.
We can always repo what we returned for him.
You gotta
let's-
understand, such a weapon is basically worth enough gold to build an army.
Yeah, it
Um,
is. That's why I asked for it. He didn't give me a price line.
yeah, he didn't.
He just said whatever I wanted.
Very true, but I don't think he's gonna drain his coffers. Even though he loves his daughter, I don't think he's gonna bankrupt the city.
Really, he doesn't have enough for that.
Wait, no. Wait. Officials do that all the time. What are you talking about?
Usually to benefit themselves, though. He looks Cora over. See, he sees Cerberus standing next to you. Sees the bow on your back and the quiver. You look like you use a bow, right?
Sometimes I like my daggers better.
You like the daggers better? Okay.
Yeah, she can't hit shit with the bow. Nor can I.
Should get Leona the bow that actually hits.
What about
Yeah.
do you happen to have what was the other one? Not the boots of speed, but the boots of Elvenkind. Do you have any boots of Elvenkind?
Yeah, I definitely have those. Those are very popular. We sell quite a bit of those.
Okay, well,
Um,
how much are those so I can just buy them? Because I still feel the king should buy my sword.
Oh,
He wants the king to buy her sword.
Sam, that
Oh my
1,000
God.
IQ player.
oh
You asked
my
me what
God.
I wanted. He
Never
brought
taking
this
you to the
upon
store and give you a
himself.
fistful of cash. Say, get what you want.
He brought
mean,
this upon
so-
himself by not giving me a limit.
The
I'm a
boots of
woman.
Elvenkind we typically sell for about 1,100 gold, give or take.
Do I have any gold?
You do.
How much is it? 1,100.
I don't know.
Oh
Let's
my
find out.
fucking God.
Go to
I
your
do
inventory.
it. I have 1,150. Bam.
Okay.
So do we all. Anyways, well, actually, I think somebody has slightly more.
No, I have 1,100.
So
What?
you'll take the boots of
No.
Elvenkind.
I will just get those from the king. If he can get me my sword, I'd appreciate it.
Well, I'll talk to him, but in the meantime, you
Tell
say
tell him it was a steal for $1,100, and he
was a
could really
steal.
give me at least some daggers.
as far as
Oh, you're gonna play the
weapons,
ukulele? Okay.
yeah, I think we can definitely do something. I have some ideas cooking. So come back tomorrow and we'll get you all squared away.
But I won't
And-
be quiet today. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I use it.
if you want the boots now, you could buy them.
I mean, you have money. You got the monies.
No. No. I don't know. Is there any cool daggers I could get that would help anything? Or like anything that would really benefit my character?
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely.
What about hold on. Hold on. Let me find it. I saw something else. It's a cloak. That will probably work better.
The cloak of invisibility.
That would be cool. Do. Where is it? Dun 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 dun. It is called Your Face. I'm just kidding. What is about the mithril half plate? What is that?
I mean,
Not
I'm pretty
that one.
sure
Right
that's
side.
going to be
Is it true?
heavy
Like,
Is that
armor.
$1,000 too?
no.
Is it?
Well, let me.
The mithril half plate gives you a +1 to AC, and when used alongside the cloak of boots of Elven, a ranger can truly move unseen, turning them into a much needed rogue style stealth class.
Okay, let me double check.
Jeez, and I just pulled the thing that I thought of out of my ass.
Let's see what we got here.
And it removes the disadvantage associated with half plate armor.
I tried.
Okay, actually, yeah, that's medium armor. Yeah, so I do have armor like
How much does that one run?
Oh, you're killing me with these prices.
I don't know what else to do.
$1 million.
What does it say online?
That's what I'm looking at.
It doesn't say online. That's why I asked.
It does say online. There's a different thing you look at.
Well, I'm not looking at that one.
Oh, I don't know.
Ooh, but studded leather is a good choice as it gives an AC of 12 plus their dexterity modifier with no maximum and no penalty to stealth.
Hey, don't hit the keyboard.
So as far as the Mithra half plate armor, I do have that. That's going to be about 800 gold, roughly.
Okay, well, I'm gonna buy that, and then I'm gonna have him make my boots.
Okay. So let's deduct 800 there.
Stealth and speed, Dom. Stealth and speed. I'm about to be a danger.
I do think we should keep that sword in mind for
For
a
yourself.
later date, though.
Yes.
For sure.
I'm going to get it at some point. But I think I have to be level 20-ish. I have a while to save up.
Also, Sammy, way to go. You never had any armor equipped, so you were just fighting naked.
Just walking around.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell her.
Your AC was 12 because you didn't have any armor equipped.
Oh,
Oh my god. No wonder you got hit so easily.
whatever.
Oh my god.
I don't need to be alive.
I fucking love it.
Who needs to be living?
And then he talks to the he talks to Draquan and Triumph, jots down their ideas. Okay, so I think that's everything here. Unless you wanted to buy something off the shelf today, I'm gonna get to work and get this stuff ready for you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Roger.
Thanks.
I remind him
Let's
as
wait
I
for
leave.
ukulele.
I remind him as I leave to tell the king to make my sword first, and then if he says no, go in with the elven boots
Like I said, I will.
and some studded leather because I feel like
Oh
it
my
would be
God.
significantly less. So if you're like, oh, well, I guess, and it's for me, I'm his favorite. He might do both.
How many suits of armor does one person need exactly?
You never know where we're
She's a
heading to. I don't always.
fashionista,
You guys
so
have
it's fine.
options.
Fashionista.
Is Sam trying to
Fashionista.
get-
There
I
we
don't
go.
always need to be speedy.
Is Cora trying to get the king to simp for her or something? Because it's like that's
I already
what's
did it.
happening.
It sounds like.
I already did that with the bag of holding. It's going to go downhill from there for him.
The king's dooms.
Oh, God.
Well, I'm gonna get back to work. You folks have a great day. He walks away, muttering himself.
Hold on. I got a little bit of role playing I want to do.
Oh,
Oh, I need
my.
to know.
Larry, Larry hands Reagan a little wooden book that he just carved out of wood that says Larry's Tale of Strahd the Vampire. Hands it to Reagan.
But you're handing it to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it and look a little confused. Give it a nice little stare down, and then say, or yeah, thank you so much. Thanks.
I'm
Thanks
bored.
for giving me this.
I'm gonna ask her if she needs me to hold it in my bag of holding, where we will
Yes,
forever forget
please.
about it.
Here you go.
I just put it in my bag.
Wait, that's so nice. Did you get that last session?
I did. I convinced the king to give it to me. I pretty
Nice.
much wore him down.
Yeah, that's like so key to
Like, he
have.
just wanted to
I'm
go
glad
to
you have
bed at
that.
that point.
Cat, please stop. I love you, but you can't be up here. He just tried to fight me.
Great, play me a
be-
song, Music Man.
Before we leave, is there any way you can give me a price on a very simple, actually, the king might be willing to make this, leash or backpack for this goblin?
Oh, you have a goblin?
No,
Oh,
we
this
already
guy.
gave you
Oh,
that.
this guy.
I'm talking about poor Larry.
Oh, this fucking guy.
I thought we already gave you that.
I think
Yeah,
we
you
did have
already
a
have
leash.
Yeah, I
Is
thought
it
we
both?
already. I thought we gave a goblin baby Bjorn. Is what we gave you.
Oh, nice. Got a goblin baby born. Got it.
Yep. I mean,
What about the extendable leash? So he
he
can
hands you
wander
a
a
leather
little?
leash. Says, just because I don't like goblins, and I really want to see him on a leash. This is free of
Whoa,
charge. He
whoa,
hands
whoa.
you a
You don't
leash.
like goblins? That's our friend.
Oh, I love him. He's just a menace. So sometimes
Oh
he needs to
no.
be on a leash.
This blacksmith just said that.
Oh,
We can say that all we want. The squad can say that as much as they want. But this guy,
This guy.
this
Goblins
guy.
don't like to pay.
That's fair.
I
I'm
have
sorry.
money,
I'm
sir.
sorry about.
It's spent.
Sorry for the goblins you have acquired in your life. Or
I'm-
if it's
I'm
just
a
And
He's got
technically,
money
none
and
of us
riches.
paid. You know?
That's also fair.
That's kind of
You
true.
know what? I chuck a gold coin at his head.
He tosses it in the
Why?
fire.
You know what? I'm gonna take that wooden
Nice.
sculpture from the bag of holding out and throw it at his head too.
Okay, yep.
You really want to piss off the guy? Never mind.
He deserved it.
Oh yeah, that is fair.
He just
Very
kind of shrugs it off and goes, I ain't getting paid enough for this, and just goes back to work.
Charge the king,
Yeah,
and
we
I
should
walk
probably get
out.
out of here.
Do the beer.
To the roar.
Okay, so he has went back
We're
to
ready to
work,
go because I
started-
can't play this thing for shit. Okay.
I know, I see that.
I'm not ready to turn it sideways.
Okay, so you guys got your orders placed. Where to next?
Do the
I have
beer.
no idea. Are we going anywhere specifically? Did we
window!
have
To the
did we
wolf.
like any keys to that? Like I'm not. I know we fought him, and then we fought those people. Oh, the dragons. Should we go look for the dragons?
Well, the
Like,
first
we-
order of business
Look for the dragons.
was last session. You went to the library and you handed off that note.
Oh yeah, we should go find out what that note says.
To the library.
To the
Post haste.
library. I like quickly put the leash on the goblin.
And I just imagine Larry's acting like an untrained puppy, just trying to pull at the leash.
Yeah,
Just
Larry's
running
doing that.
ahead.
Yeah. Here, let me get little Larry out
Yeah.
here to show you.
Little Larry.
Put little Larry away. You're going in the backpack.
You know, that might be a crime if bringing out little Larry. I don't know.
There's
Maybe.
children present.
Are you looking at
God.
Are you looking at my screen?
Right? Yeah,
Yes,
I
that's
wasn't.
the point.
But
I don't think we
Okay,
want to look at your
so-
screen.
The library and college isn't far from where you're at. It's only like a 20-minute walk. You walk past the amphitheater here, walk around, and you get to the grand halls of the college and library. As you walk through the door, you see a receptionist sitting there. You see some staircases going off to the side and up behind the receptionist. What do?
We go find the dude with the letter. Well, I go find the dude with the letter, and the goblin comes because he has to.
Because
Yeah,
he's not
I'll
a patient, he
follow.
has no say.
I'll follow you guys.
Come,
I
Larry.
wrap
Correct him.
the leash like longer, like around my wrist, so he can't wander any further because we're in a library, and I remind him to be quiet.
Larry feels defeated, and he's thinking inside, my, what have I become? I used to be a fair pirate.
And now
I
used to
ask
be
him
a
if he's
pretender.
getting tired. I ask him if he's getting tired and would like to go in his backpack.
okay,
Just
Oh,
saying,
look
you might need a rest. You can get
As-
your long rest.
as this is happening, the receptionist leans over the counter, looks at Larry, and whispers, "Are you safe, little boy?
I'm afraid I am.
Do I need to call the guards?"
I'm afraid I-
No need.
Are you safe? Are you safe? Nope.
How can I help you, folks? Welcome to the Grand Library / College.
Hi. We came because we had delivered a letter yesterday and we gave it to some dude and he said he would have it ready today.
Oh yeah, that was quite the letter. There's been some excitement about that.
Oh.
I'll lead you right to him. And she gets up, and you see that as the chair slides out, you see her head just disappear behind the table. You see a little gnome woman walk out. Follow me. And she just leads you there, down the hallway. After a few minutes, you enter one of the research rooms, and you see the guy you handed the letter to. I don't remember if I gave him a name or not. He turns the door. You're back. You're back. Oh, I have news. This is exciting. Is she okay over there, Don?
Yeah, she's fine.
Doing a lot of talking.
He is doing a lot of talking. He's tired, but he doesn't want to go to sleep.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't understand that life.
Oh man.
You know, I think I'm just gonna have a baby constantly on my back during this campaign. So yeah,
That's fair.
I think there's a buff to that.
I would hope so.
You pick a
That'd be a
stat.
fucking
for that.
I don't know,
luck.
you might be fighting
wait,
someone. And you might just
less
hear,
luck.
"Pick the baby."
I'll figure
Okay,
something out with you, Dom, for this because it's hilarious.
I love
Maybe
it.
Dom should get a
Yeah.
baby in game.
That's what we're. That yeah.
That'd be amazing. Find a little baby on
Oh
the
my
side of the
God.
road.
Yeah, he's
What?
Leonidas had a life before he met you guys. Maybe he's got babies all over the world. Maybe.
He just goes to each village
Not
and
with-
pops in.
Not with his charisma checks.
Oof.
That's fair.
That's why I have the babies, but no mamas.
I mean, if you zoom out a bit, you will notice one very distinct aisle here. The Rose Lantern aisle. You can only imagine what that is.
Yeah, good times. Good
anywho,
times. A little
yeah.
pricey though. A little pricey.
He runs over to his desk, shuffles some paper, grabs his notes, grabs the original letter. Come, sit down, and he rushes to a table. This was exciting. It's not very often I get a chance to translate Abyssal. But
What? Can you explain that a little more?
the language, Abyssal,
What is that?
usually it's spoken by evil things and big bad scary
Oh.
stuff I don't want to meet, but you said you found this
Interesting.
at a frost giant village?
I did. It was just chilling in a mix of all kinds of other notes.
The other notes look like this, or
No, they look like frost giant notes.
okay. Well, that makes a little more sense. Let me just pull up the note here because I have it written down. So this is what the note said. And show to all players.
Where are you putting it?
Should have just appear on
Oh,
your
there
screen.
it is.
He popped up.
I'm dumb.
No, you're
I
not.
see it now.
It took me a few days, a day or so to translate this, and the last line was quite the pickle. There was a cipher involved. That we had a contest on who could solve it. I didn't win, but somebody got a month vacation.
Nice.
Nice.
It seems to be
The
some sort
Eternal
of,
One waits below.
it seems
That
to be some
sounds
sort
scary.
of recruitment letter.
Oh, I can handle
Sign
that.
me right up. No, I'm kidding.
From what it seems like here, in the second paragraph, they mention a place where prayers have long faded, in a grand house of hollow sermons. I can only imagine that they're referring to maybe a church, and it mentions.
Well, do you have any abandoned churches around here? Monasteries or like oh shit. Anything like that?
We don't have any abandoned churches, but we do have.
Just dropping everything.
There's
God.
a giant cathedral right before the bulwark, the bridge to the king's castle. Um,
But does it like get a lot of people? Is it kind of like empty-ish? Like what's going on there?
I mean, it's our largest cathedral, so it's fairly busy. I
Probably
mean,
not.
there's always people around,
I would
but
assume it would probably not be that place.
maybe, but we don't have anything abandoned here. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's saying you need to go to the church specifically. It sounds like it's trying to point you to a, the church area. Um, I could imagine that if this is a recruitment letter, they're not going to get you to go to the cathedral that everyone's there all the time. It sounds like they're just trying to guide you to a specific, like a lair or something, or they're where they live. Um, like I said, the last line took a bit of work, um, where it says, "Speak the phrase that is written in absence, the name that is not spoken." There was a symbol next to this, um, and I'm not familiar with this in the slightest, um, which is why I didn't win the month vacation. But it seems to be mentioning what a god I've never heard of. Um, from what I've been told and what I can understand, this is some sort of god of the void. Um, all we really had about him was a picture of the symbol and his name. The name of the god is Nixalis. I don't know much besides he's supposedly the god of nothingness and silence and the oblivion. It sounds like you
Interesting.
need to find this entrance, and then under the light of the moon, a door will appear, and you need to speak the god's name, is what I can gather.
Say his name and he appears.
Did you disappear?
No.
Okay.
I mean, if I've read anything about this god, the little that I've found, I really hope that if you say his name, he does not appear.
Facts. Yeah, I don't want that. This sounds really terrible, and I don't know how we got mixed up into this. Like, we just all met.
I feel like I know Leonis. Can't put my finger
Right.
on it.
You, Goblin Man, just. We're not here to hear your nonsense.
And
Not
as you are
nonsense.
talking to him, you 1 second, where is it? Thought I had a sound for this, but apparently I don't. Oh, they deleted it from the guild soundboard. Okay. I was gonna do the door that gets everyone. You hear a knock at the door. As you turn towards the door, it opens and you see 3 people there. One guy in very ornate armor and 2 people on a person on either side of him. And the little guy you were working with, so that was very excitedly telling you about this letter and all the intricacies and work involved in deciphering it, which went way over all of your heads. You really don't care. He goes, yes, the guards.
That sounds about right.
They wanted to talk to you. Once I found the contents of what this letter was, I had to alert the guards to let them know that I'm pretty sure we got some sort of void cult in the city. The guards were very interested in this, and they wanted to talk to you. Is there any questions you have for me about this letter?
Are we able to keep it? Can I keep it?
I mean, yeah, the letter's yours. You brought it. I'm not keeping it.
I was just making sure.
You want to make a
Thank
copy
you.
of it?
And I put it back in my bag of holding.
Yep, and he goes, well, I'm back to my books. I got some work to do. If you need anything, I'll be around. Or if you can't find me, just talk to receptionist Mary. She'll get you squared away.
Is there any books I can read about this race in this library, or like where this letter might have originated, or anything like that?
The race? What do you mean?
Like about the origins of this. He said the race of the thing was like demonic. Of
So no, that
people
was just the
who wrote it.
language that they had used. So the letter doesn't seem to indicate any species or
Okay.
peoples in particular. They just chose to write this in Abyssal, and I'm guessing that was merely because it's not a language commonly
Widely known.
spoken. So
That
it
makes sense.
makes it harder to. It makes it easier to stay hidden for them. Most people would look at this and just see a bunch of gibberish that means nothing to them. So. As he leaves, the guards walk up to you. I understand you all found this letter, correct?
Yes.
Where exactly did you find this?
Why are you asking me this? Who are you? Just get really defensive really quickly. because
Oh
we're
my
in a new
God.
place.
Oh, I love it so much.
Well,
Oh
because we
no.
already answered it once with the librarian guy, so stranger danger.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair.
See, stranger danger.
Yep. So this is just a human. So let's get a human name.
So you need to come up with a human name.
Yep. His name is. No.
Larry. No, I'm just kidding. Leroy.
Leroy Jenkins.
I don't know what this generator's doing, but none of these are human names.
What about Paul? Paul's a human name.
Jeffro.
We're gonna say his name is
It's Paul.
Jimmy.
It's Paul now.
Kirk.
No matter what Dom names him, I'm calling him Paul.
Okay, fine. His name is Paul. God damn it.
My name is Paul. How you doing?
Remember, we have
Like,
Morty
that is
last
the
game,
most
man.
human name in the
That's right.
entire planet.
Yep. My name's
Is Paul coming with us?
No, I'm not coming
Hi,
with
Paul.
you. I'm
Like-
a guard captain in the city. Once
Then
the
you
college
should come with
discovered
us.
what the contents of this letter were, they immediately alerted me, and then I spoke with the king. So we're trying to understand
Oh, that
more
pesky
about
king.
this. The pesky king.
Tell him I will explain more to him if he pays for my sword.
There you go, sir.
Fact. It is
Okay.
$50,000 worth of information right here.
Oh my god. So the king has already agreed to purchase you a weapon. From the conversation he had with the blacksmith, I understand you were asking for a weapon that could basically pay the entire salary of the city guard 10 times over. That's not going to
He
happen.
didn't give me. Listen, he didn't give me a price point. He just told me to
Good
pick.
price point. I like that.
Like,
So
is he a
sits
man of his
down
word,
very
or
calmly,
is he?
looks at Cora. So, you're not from this city, so I'm going to clarify a few things on the way this is going to work. The king has been most generous so far. This letter, however,
Are you
has
trying to
become a
barter
matter
with me
of,
when I have information, sir?
Wow.
as I was saying, this letter has become a matter of national security for the king. You will tell us
Mm,
where you found this
interesting.
letter, or we can send you to the stockade.
I'm your ass.
And what do you? And no offense, but if you put me in there, do you think you're gonna get more information out of me, or less information out of me, sir? Can I do a persuasion roll?
Oh, we found it somewhere. I don't remember. Just pretend we remember.
Can Larry link away like in the shadows? Cut his leash and back up a little bit into
Yeah,
shadows.
the leash is uncuttable.
So the question I have for Larry as far as the leash,
Why do
oh,
you
he
allow me to
actually
put it
does
on?
have a
I'm
bladed
kidding.
weapon. He has a dagger on him. Okay, good. So I was gonna say, how are you gonna cut that with a quarterstaff?
I have a dagger.
You have a dagger, yes.
You don't
I
even know
do.
what you have.
So Paul looks at Cora. Everyone speaks eventually. You might find a month in the stockades and hunger to be very motivating. I'm not one to say. I'm just simply
You
proposing
don't
we
know
can
me
do this
really
the easy
well.
way or the fun way.
I like to be put in the stocks, so the fun way. And I just stare at him in the eyes to see how he reacts.
That's your choice.
Does Larry can Larry cut the rope and
No.
go in the shadows? Give me a D20 or give me something to roll.
Give me a
To be
small.
fair,
like,
I will
what
tell
happened
you,
here?
I never said I
what-
wasn't gonna tell you. I was just saying that
We're
we
gonna
should
just tell you
actually
exactly
get
where we
more
got
out of
this
this if
from.
it's
So don't listen to
Oh
her.
my
Listen to
God.
me. Yes.
I look at I look at Leonis and I say, first off, calm your horses, calm your britches.
No. Britches.
We will not tell you. That is not what we said.
You will not
I never
not
once
tell-
said I wasn't going to tell you. My thing is I asked about my sword. You made the assumption. But if we are going to help you, and if this is of
just-
grave importance, like your shit, Leonis, like you are telling me, how are we supposed to protect ourselves when he only allowed us one item? We're new to this town, and we don't have any money yet because we're new to this town. So I understand I can't afford my sword, but what else do we get out of this since it is so detrimental to you guys? And most likely, we're going to also have to deal with it.
You know you're talking to the wrong person, right?
He apparently made decisions for the king a second ago without asking the king about my sword. So, am I though?
God.
Maybe he shouldn't have opened his mouth if he didn't have the answers.
You have been paid already.
But for
Yeah, we
saving,
have.
no, I've been paid for doing what he asked me to, not for giving him information. So
They're just
you're
her in the
not
stockades,
fully
and then we'll talk.
right
It's
there.
fine.
You can talk to Leonis, but he doesn't have all the information. So
The guard, Paul just snaps his fingers. The two guards behind him walk up to Cora. We're gonna need you to come with me, young lady.
okie dokie. And I just like skip along next to them.
They
God.
return.
Wait,
They
shit.
returns to Leona's like looks like we've grown into the bars and hookers and blow tonight.
Sounds like a plan.
Paul turns to the rest of you. Don't worry, she's not going to jail.
Are
Why
you taking
not?
me to the king?
Wait, where is she going?
I just need her out of this room for the time being.
You start to hear a big ruckus in the background.
Yep, and you just
Do you
hear
have anything I can light on fire? Hold on. Where's my bag?
Oh! Stop doing things that are bad.
He kicked me out and he told me I was going to jail. I'm panicking while I skip along.
God.
and he skips. Oh my god. So Paul turns the rest of you. Is that one
And
always like that?
Yeah, unfortunately.
We kind of just met her the other day.
And apparently she thinks I'm her
Yes.
dog.
But since that day, she's been exactly like that. So I'm going to assume that yes.
Well, you clearly have more patience than I do. So anywho, this letter, where did you find this?
Up north.
Everyone needs to just tell them, be like,
You're
Cora
you're
found it,
away
and see
already.
what
You
his
can't.
face
No,
says.
you're gone.
No,
You're
I
gone.
didn't say me.
You're gone.
You're pretty lackluster, Leonis.
God damn.
Not and you guys are not in the same room.
I know we're not.
So you found this north. So in Venturgard, or was this in like the northern tundra area?
I don't know. I was bundled up.
Yeah.
I couldn't even see.
Yes, tundra area.
Okay. And from
Like, you're giving a lot of information to this dude without actually knowing what it's used for, which is what I was trying not to do, because yes, the dragons have been fighting them, but no one's actually given us a reason to why they keep trying to fight them, just that, oh, this has happened before, and we haven't actually learned about the land. So again, that, take that, I mean, I'm not in the room anymore, but again, you're very trusting of the one that we just came to a land for, and we don't actually know anything about.
Do you hear that? I don't hear anything.
I
I
just
wasn't
hear
talking to the actual people, so there's that thing too. I'm talking
dust
as a
in
player
the
of the game.
wind.
I just hear a bunch of yelling coming from the other room.
Yeah, so do
Can I light something on fire?
Oh, wait, you can't
Trying
hear us.
really hard.
Don't make us go to turn-based mode.
Oh man. So you found this. From what the king has told me, you guys went to a frost giant village. You found this there?
Correct.
Okay. And then at the temple you guys went to. I want to make sure I'm
Yeah.
understanding this correctly. The temple was destroyed by some sort of portal, and dragons flew out of it.
Void portal.
Yes, it was a portal where tentacles were coming out of, grabbing people, and then after a while, a bunch of dragons popped out of it, destroyed the temple. We ran. Holy crap! Then we brought the daughter back here, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So here's what the king and I have discussed.
Do you
We
have the king's
believe that
two-factor authentication code so we can make sure that you're the real person? I'm kidding.
Can I, while this is all going on, okay? Listen, hear me out.
I'm listening.
Hear me out.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
I am too.
Can I do? I'm assuming I'm gonna have to do a dexterity check.
It's
But
super
as I'm
sassy for
skipping
this one.
along, and they're just like half-assed looking at me like this fucking bitch, and they're just trying to get me out the way. Can I like duck and cover and like run back to the castle to demand to talk to the king?
Oh my god.
But they don't know that. They just know I'm ducking and covering and getting away from them because they think they're taking me to jail.
She's trying to escape. She's trying to
Go
escape.
ahead. Go ahead and
It'd be an
make me-
athletics check, wouldn't it?
Yep, make me an athletics check, please.
Would it be an advantage since they're not aware? It doesn't matter. I got like a 20. I got
You
a
gotta-
16.
Yeah, so you get away very very easily, and they're just
Okay, now can I do a stealth check too, so that I can sneak through the city with my quiet boots that I have on?
so those you don't have yet.
I
Yeah,
thought I
you
did.
didn't.
I got
Oh,
the
not
cloak
yet.
first. Got the cloak first.
Um
That causes
so
my speed to go up.
yep, so yeah, you get away perfectly fine. So we'll say you just get out of the library and you start running back towards the castle
Castle.
area.
I-
with
Does
all
anyone
that-
see me?
I mean, there's people around, but none of them care.
But I mean, okay, cool. So I just walk back willy-nilly and I'm at the castle. So when you guys finish talking, I don't know what's gonna happen now that I've escaped. But
What's
I'm
the
back
plan?
at the castle. Well, I'm gonna go
All
talk
the
to the king and
plans
get all my
out
shit.
the window.
So- Yep. Paul is still talking with Reagan, Leonith, and Larry, Draquan, and Triumph. So here's what me and the king have discussed. We believe that there is some sort of cult operating in the city. Obviously, we can't send our guards in, as we will be discovered immediately. What we would like you guys to do, and you will be paid for this, is to infiltrate this cult. We're not asking you to fight them or destroy the cult. We simply are trying to gather information at this point to figure out what we're up against. Um, and he looks at the letter again. This seems to be some sort of recruitment letter. So it sounds like they're not going to be surprised by people they haven't met before showing up. Um, we would like you to go to wherever they're hiding and try to gather information on what their plan and their purpose is. We would prefer if like I said, don't try to fight them unless it's, oh, you have to protect yourself or you're going to die type of situation.
Probably will happen with us.
But we would
Yeah,
prefer
why
this
not?
to use stealth to try to get on their good graces, maybe, and get as much information as possible and report back to us, is what we're hoping for.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard.
Okay, so as far as compensation, the king is offering gold for each of you.
Okay. Only us in the room?
Yeah, it's only you guys in the room. No one else is here.
Okay, so
Oh, don't worry. I'll get
only
my own compensation.
Leonith,
Don't worry.
Reagan, Dracon, and Triumph, and Larry.
Yeah, you're the only ones in the room. Yes.
Okay, we accept.
We
Hold
say
on.
that.
Wait,
You're gonna regret this.
what were you? What are you asking, man? I thought you were clarifying who's in the room with you.
Who's getting the
Exactly.
He's
reward?
trying to see if I don't get any gold.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, I get you now. Well,
I'm
no,
gobbling
anyone
right
that-
now.
anyone
Goblins do
that
what goblins
assists
do.
will be paid.
What was the
If your
question?
friend, I don't know where she went, but I don't hear her outside anymore, so I'm assuming she left. But if she helps, she'll get paid as well, and hopefully, when I see her next, her manners have improved.
Fuck your
I hope
manners.
so too.
I don't know
But
if
I
that's going to be
doubt it.
possible.
Me neither.
Well, just in case, if I see you guys coming,
To be fair,
don't be
me trying
surprised
to
if I have a
bargain
drink.
isn't manners.
Shouldn't there be like guards? Oh, I got a meta game real quick. Shouldn't there be guards be running around rampant looking for her right now?
No, she was never under arrest.
Okay.
He was just detained.
I was just
A
detained.
detention is a facto arrest.
Not anymore. I'm at the king's house. They failed
Okay,
really
Little
hard.
king.
So that's so with that settled, before I take my leave and go back to the guards barracks, any questions for me? Any concerns about any
Wait,
of this?
how much are we getting paid?
So the king is offered 1,500 gold each.
That works.
No, we want triple what we made last time.
Leon, you're going real low this game.
There's more to life than gold, people. Come on.
Listen,
Leoneth,
Paul,
Not when you
if
could
I'm
that
die.
even is your name, we want triple. We're doing dangerous jobs here, and we're directly connected to this letter. So I do think
You
that
guys
that's
thought
fair.
you guys thought it'd be good what I left.
So what I can do is I can go as high as 2,000 each.
What about 2,500?
Yeah, I can do that. I can convince the king for that. That's no problem.
All right, I'm gonna pick up his hand and shake it immediately.
Yep. Perfect. He shakes your hand. 2,500 gold apiece it is. Let's like I said, we don't know where this cult is operating out of. Based off this letter, we can only gather that it's around a church at some point. And it seems that you can only find the entrance at night, unless you know where it is. So I would say, we have provided room and board at the inn in the city, the nicest inn in the city, I should say. And you guys can operate out of there for the time being, all expenses paid.
We don't get our own
Um,
hold.
No,
Why the heck would we get our own hold?
that's a lot. Can you afford a hold yourself? I mean, if you want to buy a hold, we got realtors that would be happy to sell you one.
Is that like a house?
That's pretty
Or
much
what
it.
is that?
Yeah, a hold is basically like a mansion, a giant freaking like castle for you guys.
Oh yeah, holy shit. I don't know. We just got here.
We
Yeah,
thought the king
so-
would put us some nice accommodations, like a really good hold, if we do this stuff for him.
Oh God.
I mean, that's
You
why
guys couldn't even
he
get
put you
money
in
from
the-
this ball dude. Calm down.
That's why he's putting you up in the nicest inn in the
It's
city.
the Carlton, okay?
No, that'll do.
Okay, so I'm going to head back to the castle and to the barracks. And he calls for his guards. They come back in. You can bring the other one back in now. Sir, she kind of took off. Oh, I mean, it's not like she was under arrest, but did you say where she was going?
I didn't.
No.
Mm.
Okay. Well,
The group kind of knows.
to make things a bit easier for you guys, I have this for you as well. And he reaches into his bag and grabs 5 stones. These are sending stones. These can be used to communicate with each other over medium to basically within the city, within a couple miles of each other. As long as you're not across the city from each other, you're going to be able to communicate. These are gifts from me. If you need anything, come back to the barracks and find me, and I'll try to help out.
Thanks,
I
Paul.
can only assume that your friend may have went and tried to talk to the king. I don't know. That would be my guess. But I'm gonna head back to the castle. If you need anything, just come find me.
All right, we'll be at the end. You can drop, if you find her, just drop her off at the end. We will take care of her. We'll post whatever
Okay.
bond she needs.
When the guard gets back to the castle, me and the king are gonna be sitting at the table with my feet. I'm just gonna be like having dinner with him, like hanging out, like he's my best friend.
I don't think that's
I
going to
can
happen.
barely hear you. What
Oh,
were you
hold on.
saying?
Hold on. Gotta change my ears.
All I heard was something about feet.
She's going to put her bare feet on the table for the king to look at, and the king's going to pay her for feet pics.
God.
Oh my god, hold on. I'm changing my stuff. Microphone.
So Cora's starting in only toes, huh?
Only bunions. I thought it'd be more
So
like
while,
only
while
horns.
she's getting
You
her
guys
mic
know.
situated,
would be.
you guys are being housed at one of the nicest inns in the city. You guys are going to be, let's see, where was that?
With the bob.
Yeah, so you are at okay, so you guys are down here at one of the more extravagant inns in the city.
Ooh, it's next to Leona's best spot, his favorite spot.
Yep. So
Yep.
this is an inn
Memories.
called the Water Lily. As you walk in, everything is just fancy as fuck.
Wait, oh yeah.
Okay, Cora, so what are you doing?
I get to the castle and I knock really nicely, and I let them know I want to see the king for a minute.
The king's in a meeting at the moment. He cannot talk
I
to you.
I tell them I will wait.
Oh boy.
And I sit it down at one of the tables and I just start eating potatoes. Like, I mean, like an actual potato, and I just stare at them while I take a bite out of it. And I'm
Yep.
just like, I have nowhere else to go. So when he's ready, and I just let it
So
be.
you're sitting there eating some potatoes, just getting agitated as time goes on. Eventually, you see Paul and the two guards walk in,
I just sit there
Uh-oh.
casually.
and you see them look at you and walk right up to you.
Paul, I say with a big smile on my face.
Your friends are at the Water Lily.
Oh, that is wonderful. I'm really
And he-
glad for them. I'm just eating
And-
potatoes.
And he sets a sending stone in front of you.
Oh,
This
thank you,
is for you.
Paul. And I give him a big hug.
Oh my god.
Larry
Man,
picks up his sending
I
stone.
just get really excited and I go, Paul, you do care. And I'm so excited. Thank you so much. And I start getting louder and louder because I know if my excitement like shows that the king will hear that I'm in here and potentially come out.
Larry picks up his ascending stone from the wall and he starts going. He starts boomering it. Hello, hello, anyone
I
there?
just put it. I just throw it in my bag of holding.
Oh my god. Paul goes, yeah, I don't know what you're thinking. I'm married, and he walks away.
I just go back to sitting at the table.
Ooh, I don't know what sound to use for this.
And as he walks, you can see him walk into the king's chamber, and you see the king's head briefly look through the door and just
I wave.
pop. The door shuts, and he just hears lock.
Oh, King, I'm telling you, if you do not answer and come out, it will take 5 minutes. I will make this a lot worse, sir. And I just go back to eating my potatoes.
After a few minutes, Paul comes out.
Why is she not
Hi,
in
Paul.
bed yet?
The king is
'Cause-
busy. He does not have the time to speak to you. I would recommend meeting up with your friends at the
Real
Water
quick,
Lily.
though.
Don't look at my
Here's
dirty
the
desk.
thing, though, Paul. If he was that busy, he wouldn't have just popped his head out, first off. Second off, where's his daughter? Me and her are besties now. Third off, you don't even know why I'm here. You're all making assumptions. It's kind of rude.
Why are you here?
For my
Oh,
sword.
you're not the king. Not even my sword. I'm not even here for the sword. I had some questions and you weren't answering them, to be fair, because I also wanted other answers, but you so kindly took me out of the room. So I now don't respect you, sir. So I'm waiting for the king because he has the answers because he's the king.
I am the captain of the guard of this city.
That
You
doesn't
will
mean
address me
anything,
with
sir.
respect.
I will address you with respect when you actually answer my questions.
That
This
is
ain't my
not
city.
how this works. You are a guest of the king and the city.
Well, then you go solve your own problems, Paul.
Guards, get her out of here. You see
And
a handful of guards, about 5 of them, just walk up.
I just scream on top of my lungs nonstop as they try, and I just keep screaming until the king comes up.
So the guards at this point, you got one on each side of you, basically holding you up by your arms, walking out to the door with you
And
in their hands. They set you on the steps and close the door.
Is there any windows on the castle?
Not at ground level, no.
Ugh, do I have rope? Can I get rope?
Are you trying to get yourself in prison?
I
Maybe.
think that might be where we're going.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
I just sit on the stoop. I don't even leave. I just sit there.
Okay. So back to you guys at the fancy hotel. What are you doing?
Well, I'm getting a bath from a special lady friend.
Oh god.
Are there any robes?
I was gonna say he got his hookers in below. He's fine.
There are indeed robes.
I'll immediately put on a nice fluffy robe and some nice slippers.
Nice.
Flippers.
Flippers.
Okay.
I'm doing
So you
blow.
guys
Looking for
spend
drugs.
the day relaxing, just living the luxurious life, enjoying all the amenities, the food, the fancy baths, the complimentary massages.
Go for any drugs.
This ain't that kind of hotel.
I'd like to think I have cucumber slices on my eyes laying
Oh,
down.
you do.
Incredible.
And they've even brought in a specialist who's familiar with feathers to
Oh, thank
specifically
God.
care after you. So you all, as evening comes around, you all step out of your rooms looking like $1,000,000, feeling like you're the kings of the world. Cora, are you still on the stairs to the castle?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the king's daughter.
Oh my.
Okay.
Is-
So
Yeah, Larry's enjoying his bath that he had. He haven't had one in like a couple of years.
Jesus
Manicures.
Christ.
That's a little gross.
Yeah, it is.
So Cora, that that goblin Bjorn's got to smell awful. What? You're muted.
I said it's in a bag of holding. I can't smell shit.
Okay, good. So after some time, you hear some footprints walking up the main road to the castle, and you see Astrid returning home for the night.
Hey, girl. Hey. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
You imagine. That's so funny.
I can't even.
On the fucking stoop.
All right, I just
She's
need to know, what is
Hey.
the play here? Are you going to charisma check her?
I don't know yet. Let's try.
Hey, guys.
Okay.
So to give you a frame
It's
of
been a long
reference of where you're
time.
at, Sammy. So you are right about here at the bulwark, the main guard post before the castle.
Okay.
In front of the gates that are basically barred shut and being guarded.
Is she gonna address me at all when she sees me?
Yeah, I mean, she walks up to you. She goes, "Oh, it's you.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Where's your friends?"
Well, about that. Have you ever met Paul?
Yeah, he's a handsome man. I'm
Well-
very familiar with him. He's
Okay,
You're like, I
don't
fucking
think
hate him.
he's handsome because he's married. He let me know this today. First
mean,
off, girl.
Married people can
Like,
still be handsome.
no. Paul is no longer handsome. Anyways,
She's like, my fiance
so
just died. I'm good.
so I was talking to this so-called Paul when we were in this place at the library, and we had found this letter when we were saving you. And he was asking a bunch of questions, and to be fair, he didn't give me a lot of information at first that I needed. And I did ask him some questions that, I was a little pushy. But I feel that if we are going to continue to jeopardize our lives, we should get a little more than, my boots. I don't want my sword. I don't need that. But I do feel like I need to understand better on why we are risking our lives for you guys. And Paul was not giving me those answers and didn't even allow me to get to that place. So I don't actually have answers on why I should help your dad. And then he refused to let me talk to your dad. So there's that. So now they want us to help you guys again, but I need more answers.
I mean, from what I have heard from the city guard, when Paul came to talk to your party, from my understanding, and please don't take this the wrong way. I like you. From what I have heard, you were kind of a dick.
I
so they
asked
had to
him.
take you out of the room.
I was a little dickish, but they also
Wow,
weren't
word
actually
travels
giving.
fast in the city.
Yes, but I also, to be fair, I asked why I wasn't being compensated more, and I asked why, if they needed our help, why we weren't given more incentives to help. To be fair, before we could even get to the next step of what I was asking for, they kindly took me out of the room where I did get hostile. And then I ran away and I came here and I did scream on the doorstep because they grabbed me.
From what I've understood so far, the payment for this was more than most of our citizens make in a year.
Again, I'm not even talking about payment now. I'm actually talking about answers to why we should continue to help you guys.
Well,
Which
as
I didn't
far
actually
as-
get.
Man, this
And when I asked
this
him that, he
pass
didn't
is
answer that
great.
either.
Oh my god.
No one cares
well,
about your stupid bath.
This
I do.
I don't know too much as I'm not in charge. But from my understanding, they suspect a cult wishing to that apparently wants to remake the world in their image is operating in the city, and they've already summoned dragons that like we have never seen before out of some portal.
Well, we were there for that part.
So that's what we believe this is tied to, and we're trying to stop whatever we're trying to figure out what their plans are to determine how much of a threat this is.
But how? The question is, do you justify our health and well-being to do something for your cause, right? Without actually listening to what I was going to ask for. Yes, my sword was expensive. That was just an offshoot. It never hurts to ask, and it's offensive that no one thinks to ask. That's just the question there. But if we are going to continue to help you, when does our lives become more important than just helping you? Like, why were you so eager to throw us in? And I understand that your guards will be seen, but why us specifically?
But you don't
and
know any of that at this point, because you were
Well, I
taken
know-
to the room before.
I don't
that.
know that, but I
My
do know
God.
that he wants us to fight somebody because he did say that before I left. Like, he made it clear that we were going to do something. But I'm not understanding like what is in it. Not so much in it for us, but like even the back history of the frost giants and all of those things. So I'm asking her these questions to try to get more of a reason of why we should be helping them, because we're gladly just helping them, but no one's asking any questions either.
So the
Like,
frost giants weren't involved in this. They were just pawns. Um, they're not the brightest people. It sounds like they sacrificed most of that village to bring about that portal you guys saw. And what I would recommend is reuniting with your friends. As
Mm.
Paul has explained all this, I don't have these answers.
that's why I
Um,
didn't want to technically talk to you.
That's
So,
fair,
can you
but
answer me this question? When did the frost giants start attacking your guys' villages? Or village
mean,
or whatever.
that's the whole reason why Winterguard exists. It's a barrier between their territories and ours. Our peoples have been enemies for long before my father or my great grandfather. So that there's always been hostility there.
Is there a reason why you're enemies?
I mean, I'm sure there is. Do I know why? Oh, no. I just know that that my people don't like the frost giants.
Interesting.
But you met Helga. They're not all bad.
You're not. This is why I'm confused. I kind of huff at her.
I mean,
Now,
as far as I'm aware, you're going to be paid very, very well for whatever Paul has asked.
what is very well, though?
Well, I don't know the specifics, but I know as much as it's, like I said, it's more than most of our citizens make in a year.
What hinders you guys from making more in a year? I'm just kidding. Don't answer that. I'm just kidding.
Economy?
Don't answer that. I'm just kidding. I tell her thank you. I appreciate whatever little bit of help you just gave me. I am just new here and I'm trying to get a feel for all of you and what your intentions with our group is, not just about money or items as it perceived. And I did come off that way, but I came off that way for a reason. You definitely didn't help me, and I appreciate you trying though. It still doesn't fully explain a lot of even your history, as we are just blindly going into a lot of this for you guys.
I mean, we don't know much about this either. That's what we're trying to
Yeah.
figure out.
Yes, I get that. And I just want to make sure at the end of the day, the people I am with are also safe. And as we are only just new here, we don't even necessarily have all of the items we would need to be safe in your town per se, because we aren't even aware of all the things going on here. So again, yes, I wanted additional things, but mostly because I want to make sure I don't die. And I can't just get a job to buy those things, but also to have a full understanding of what's going on, which you can't give me. So thank you. And then tell her I hope she has a good rest of her night. But I don't go to the hotel.
Oh my god! And one thing I'd like you to know, my father is terrified of you.
Okay, listen. I didn't want him to be terrified of him. I actually greatly enjoy your father. I think he's a fun guy. It didn't mean for him to be scared of me.
Well,
I'm just trying to protect my friends,
like I said,
or my soon-to-be friends.
we have put your party up in the Water Lily hotel. There is a room paid for each of you for as long as you need. It is the nicest hotel in the city. I would say go to the hotel and meet up with your party, as I'm sure Paul has given them a lot more information than I have. But again, don't as far as your safety, that isn't very important to us. We wouldn't be asking you to do this if we thought you would die.
Hello,
Um,
is this thing working?
I don't 100% agree with you. I think you feel that way. I don't think your father or Paul feel that way. But I do appreciate the
Is this
sentiment.
thing working
I'm-
or not?
I'm going to head to the library, so thank you. I have some more questions I need to address, and I leave.
Okay, and she looks at the guard. That's the guards that are at the entrance of the bulwark, and they let her through and close the door behind her. Okay, so what are you doing now?
What
went back to the
fuck
library.
were we doing? I totally forgot.
Well, you guys are lounging at the hotel.
Take a picture of chat. That's what Larry's doing.
Oh my god. So, Sammy, after about 30 minutes, you make your way back to the college, and you see the receptionist, Mary, sitting there again on her stool with a stack of books under her to keep her head above the table.
I say hello nicely, and I apologize to her for making a scene earlier in the day, because I value the library, not Paul. And I ask her if she has any information of the beginning times of their town, because that might also give us a better insight of why this cult might be trying to overtake it.
So she hands you some books on the founding of Fjordigan, as well as books about the war between the Frost Giants and their people. Most of the books seem to paint the start of hostilities at the Frost Giants side of things.
Is there anything that suggests otherwise?
So you get the feeling from the books that these are written from the victor's point of view. So you're not positive if everything in them is 100% accurate or if it's what the people wrote them want everyone to believe.
That's like the Bible. Gotcha.
Sam.
I finally
Wait,
sorry,
the
forgot.
ukulele got bigger?
Holy crap.
I tell her thank you, and then I ask her to check
Been a
out
while,
any
man.
books that will teach me the language of that letter.
So
Because
she
if I read a
hands you
certain
some-
long amount of time, I can learn that language, right?
I mean, yeah, if you spend a good bit of time studying it, you can
Yeah.
learn a language. So she hands you
Awesome.
some Abyssal for Dummies books.
I'll take it. And I kindly thank her again, and I apologize for making a scene earlier in the day, and that I didn't mean it. I was just trying to. Paul rubbed me the wrong way, and then I thank her again, and I head back to the hotel.
As you're leaving, she goes, "I don't know why you don't like Paul. Everyone loves Paul. He's one of the handsomest people I've ever seen."
And I walk away. That's why I don't
Okay,
like Paul.
so
No, I'm kidding.
you going back to the hotel or?
Yeah, I said that.
Okay. So after about an hour or so, you get to the hotel.
Just an hour? Shit.
Yep, and your escort, you're
I'm almost a
led
professional.
to your room, and the rooms basically you guys have the run of a floor. They have basically rented out a whole floor of this hotel for you guys. So you each have your own room,
scared.
a community area that you can gather up in. Yeah, walk in, you see Leonid just laying a guitar on a couch. Reagan is
Ooh, that
sitting
needs
there
to.
in a very fancy robe, feathers looking very neatly organized and preened, just reading a book.
I say hi to everyone and I head right to my room and shut the door.
Well, that was a short reunion, even though she's only been gone an hour.
I think I've been gone longer than an hour. I think it took me another hour to walk to the hotel.
Oh yeah, you were gone for a few hours. It's getting close to nightfall.
I just go right to bed.
So the rest of you are well aware of the fact that you need to go find this entrance under the moonlight. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah, kind of agree. A little bit too much playing the ukulele and then the guitar, and I just butchered that word.
Ukulele.
You look like a lot.
Okay. So as you guys are winding down for the night, Brian knocks on everyone's doors. Hey, we gotta go.
Yeah, what? Who? What?
Who says that?
Brian.
Oh,
Who's
why?
that? Who's that?
It's the one that's not on right now.
Wait, why do we have to leave?
Well,
I'm fucking
we were
tired.
we're supposed to go infiltrate this cult. And from what the letter revealed is we're supposed to find this entrance. It's only visible at night, so we kind of have to do this at night.
Well, did we get an ETA on our armor and weapons? Did they say it was only gonna take a day?
We're gonna have to wait because I'm not going in without my stealthy shoes.
Oh god.
So the armor will be in.
Do you want someone to be
the
quiet, or do
morning.
we want to make all the noise?
We want to make noise.
I
No,
mean,
we
we're
don't.
we're supposed
Yeah, we
to
do.
pose as potential recruits and figure out
Exactly.
what's
We
going
want to be
on.
known that we're there. We don't want to just hide in the darkness or, just go somewhere, whip out a guitar and just not do anything.
Yeah, this wasn't.
But we also, if we're recruits, you don't know, to be fair, if we're gonna get stuck there. So we
And if
should
we get
probably
stuck
at
there,
least
we just pull
wait
out
a
our
day.
ukuleles and play the day away.
That is not a thing, Leonis. Ukuleles will not save us from sudden doom.
Oh.
I
They
imagine
might cheer
whatever
everybody
this
up while we die, but
cult is planning, they're not gonna get very far if every recruit that shows up they just imprison. So I imagine we're not gonna
Yeah.
be forced to stay there.
you also don't know
Um,
how many recruits are coming.
Well,
So
that's part
It's
of
an
what
open
we're trying to figure
recruitment
out.
letter. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
will
from
we
what it-
be able to take a long enough rest to cure all of our wounds and stuff?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we'll say that you're able to take a rest for a good 4 or 5 hours, fully heal back up. So we'll get everyone go ahead and take a long rest.
I don't even think we had any damage.
I know some of
I
you
did.
have.
I did a lot because I had no
Oh.
armor on. I was just naked.
Yeah, you were very naked, which is hilarious. So and we'll get him all rested up too. And then Larry's the only one that's still got to rest up. Okay.
Go ahead and do it for me, please.
That's done. Okay. So it's now pretty late into the night. You guys are all rested up. And what do?
Man, I guess we should get started on our mission. Unless there's any objections from anybody.
just
No, I'm
Keep
down.
reading my book.
Oh. Okay.
I go, but I'm just reading my book as I go.
Okay.
And to learn this language.
So as you guys are walking through the city, you are headed under the instruction of Paul to the first likely place to check would be the cathedral. So you guys make your way over to the cathedral area. You see some lights on inside. You don't see very many people around. You do see two people walking down the path on the side. You guys are right about here in front of it. You see two people kind of sketchy, trying to hide their face, walking down a path to the side of the cathedral.
I'm gonna send my Raven to fly around and tell me what he's hearing around them.
So you send out your Raven. He's circling above these people, keeping an eye on him as they're just making their way down this path. They get to the end of the cathedral here behind it, and they approach a mausoleum. As they approach the mausoleum, you can see through your Raven's eyes. One side is out of character here. Everyone here has seen the Lord of the Rings movies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I figured as much. So think the door to Moria that
Ah.
lit up in the dark with the moonlight. That's what you're seeing is door up here on the side of the mausoleum, on the back end of it where people wouldn't normally be looking. And Reagan, go ahead and make me a perception check, please.
I'm gonna mumble to myself and be like, so worried about me, Paul, and yet there's a hidden door in your fucking chapel.
So, luckily, that was not a very high check that passed. It was a 5.
Oh wow.
The cult isn't really trying to conceal the entrance so much. Anyone that has found and interpreted the letter and is interested is basically welcome. So you hear before the door opens, you hear the woman in front say one word, and the word is, I'm just making sure I just wrote that. Yeah, Nixalis, which was the name of the god.
Bird. Bird is the word.
Yep.
Bird.
And they walk through the door, and it closes behind them.
I'll tell everyone what I saw.
So do you think we should go inside? I asked the group as I keep trying to read my book. I'm just trying to learn the language.
Wait, yeah, that's so funny. You're just constantly multitasking. I'm down. Yeah, let's go check out the door at least.
Sam has contracted ADHD in the game.
I mean,
You guys
play
make
what
your
I know,
way
right?
back here, and you approach the mausoleum, as you walk around the back side of it, you see that there is indeed a glowing door on this wall.
Really nicer to me than Paul. Come back to reading.
Oh my god.
My name's Paul. Oh, okay.
Paul's the worst. At least I can
Um,
genuinely come off as someone that hates the guards, so benefits.
Yep.
what was the word that they
Um,
said?
They said Nixalis.
Okay, I will say that out loud.
As you as the words leave your mouth, the door glows a bit brighter, and you see the wall slide away, and you see a stairwell descending down into what appears to be an underground crypt of some sort. There are torches lining the stairway. It is very well illuminated. And after some time, you guys end up. And please, dear God, please tell me the
Hey,
lights
it
work.
actually worked.
Oh, thank fuck! I said it properly. Okay, so as you reach the bottom of the stairs, you see the two people that the Raven had saw go in. They had just went through this door. On the side here, you see a bunch of tombs.
Did I lick them?
I mean, I don't see why you
Lick
would,
it, it's
but nothing's
mine.
stopping you.
Does it give me any powers?
You're talking about me being upset with Paul. You want to lick everything.
Not
There's only one way
everything.
to find out, Leonith.
Nah, I'm good.
For now.
Hey, Larry, lick the tomb.
So, Larry, you get a mouthful of dust. And some,
All right,
a
gagged.
bit of cobwebs. Yep.
Exactly.
If anything,
cool.
you feel like you're not hungry anymore. Whatever appetite you had has disappeared based off of licking a dirty coffin.
So I lick those Empic.
Lick
My
it,
everyday
it's
life.
mine.
Okay. What do?
Are we all in or
Oh yeah, you're
We're
all
all
here.
in.
okay?
And I am going to stack Triumph and Drake Juan so I can move them both because I'm lazy.
I don't blame you.
I mumbled to Leota. You should have let me get my stealthy shoes.
We don't need stealth.
Can
don't
I
know
hear
that.
anything on the other side of this door?
You do hear two people talking on the other side of the door. And you see two figures standing in the hallway, dressed in the same robes you saw the cultists that were summoning the void portal in the temple. They're just talking amongst themselves. They turn towards you both, towards the group of you. Ah, new recruits. Well, this is a busier night than normal. Well,
Wait,
yeah,
hi.
we heard about the great healthcare and the dental plans. We want to sign up.
okay. Well, welcome to our home. We have living quarters down the hallway to your right. The master's chambers are to the left, and the library. We got the bathroom, like the washrooms, bathroom over down this hallway, as well as the dining hall. Behind us is the Grand Cathedral. They were just getting ready to start a sermon. You probably want to go there first.
Can I ask
Hey,
you
fellow
a
guys.
question?
I
Hey,
mean,
Larry, they
A
have
very
meat in here.
simple question.
Cool.
you certainly can.
Are you guys nicer than Paul?
Who's Paul?
Don't mention
Paul is a
his name.
demon. He's a
Okay.
demon man, and I
I
hate
mean,
him.
if he's a demon, we've got to be nicer than him. Demons.
Facts. I'm in.
Yeah.
And I just walk towards where they're giving the sermon.
Okay. So you guys walk in. You see, and once I'm just gonna get some music going.
Ooh.
Nothing.
I'm gonna take a seat in the back.
Okay.
I sit next to her with my book. I look at her. I promise I'm not always a menace, and I just go back to my book.
I mean, hey, do your thing. You're good.
Okay, and what we're looking for here.
How many hours, Dom, until you learn a language?
Oh, I have
Do you
no
remember?
idea.
I'm gonna Google it. Google is my secret power.
What's this one?
I think it was 30.
No,
but
that's not what I
so-
want. Let's just go for this.
250 days.
Damn.
That was a long time.
You got day one.
We
You
just
got
got some-
2 hours.
Serene music going on. So you hear, you see in front of you. Let me get Cora up here, and Larry, because you guys are lazy.
I'm dealing with
Oh,
an
you
alliance
see?
problem right now.
Oh,
In this room, you see a few cultists
I
up
know.
at the front. One at an organ in the back. You see a priest in the center of the room, and you see a surprising number of commoners and even a few nobles in attendance of this church.
you guys, I told you that healthcare and the dental is what everybody wants now. It's great.
And as you guys walk in, the priest here at the end of the room, we got some latecomers. Take a seat anywhere. We're getting ready to begin.
Hi. Let me sit down.
Okay. And let me just pull this up. So as everyone's getting their seats, you can hear the organ going, playing some music in the background. Nothing too obnoxious. And I'm going to put the text of this on screen just so you can see it. But this is what the priest is saying to everyone.
Oh, good
So
God.
happy you can open that
TLDR.
for us.
Listen and hear the silence between words. That's probably not how the priest talks.
Sam, would you be the voice of the priest, please?
Do you want me to? I can.
I've been lied
Let's
to.
do this
The
English
will that
class
clings to the
style.
meaning.
If any of you want to read, I'm all for it.
No.
Go for it.
I'll do it.
Go, Sam.
Do you want me to? I can be a. Well, he's a cult priest, so it might be a little different. Listen and hear the
Have a
silence
lisp.
between the words. Look
Eh.
and see the absence within all things. You have been lied to. The world that clings to meaning deceived you, and it tells you that light is purpose. The breath is life, and the form is truth, but is nothing. Nothing waits beyond all things. It is the first thought before thought, the final breath before breath, the endless hollow in which all truths unravel. You feel it, don't you? The creeping hush between waking and sleep, the weight of the unseen pressing upon your soul. That is the voice of our God. You have been bound by false lords, false beings who parade as divinity, who weave cages of gold and call them faith. They promise glory, demand devotion, and yet offer only chains. These gods are gods of betrayal. They build their shrines upon bones of the faithful, feeding upon belief, growing fat upon the prayers of those they kept or they keep blinded. They will say the void is nothing. They will warn you against the silence, but they fear what lies beyond their hollow crowns, beyond their fragile dominions of bone and dust. They fear the truth that their hands shape nothing, that their worlds hold nothing, that their very being is nothing. Abandon the false shapes that the world has shackled with you. Discard the names given to you by those who fear the abyss. We are not flesh. We are not thoughts. We are the vessels through which nothing speaks. Go to the quiet place, to the space behind the grand stone, where time does not listen and the stars forget to shine. There you will stand upon their threshold. There you will utter what is unwritten. And if the abyss finds you worthy, the way will open. You shall be as we all or you shall be as we are, hollow yet whole, lost yet found, silent yet heard. For the God of nothing needs no temple, no altar, only the faithful and the void in their hearts. Sermon.
Very well done.
Yeah,
I'm
very
a terrible
nice.
priest. I don't know how to be a priest. Tried my best. Thank you.
So yes, you hear the sermon, and I'm going to make that available to everyone here, so you can just reference that whenever you need it.
Perfect.
It's under the journals tab on the menu on the right, under the section Act 1. You should also see a copy of the letter there, that the recruitment letter. So as the sermon winds down, you hear the majority of the commoners all start cheering, along with the nobles. One or two scoff and leave, as this is clearly not something they are interested in, but the majority of them stick around.
Yeah, for the dental plan.
Okay, and
Dental plan. Just
as
sitting in the back
you
and all the cavities filled.
Yeah, right.
as you
Did I
are
picture?
sitting there talking amongst yourselves, you see the priest walk up. New recruits, huh? Welcome.
Yep.
Welcome. You are all guests here. What did you
Priest man,
think?
It was good.
I need to ask
Yeah.
a question as I continue
hear
to
more.
read this book. Will I ever need the language that I found this note in ever again?
God.
I mean, it is the language that we use in our communications, is to keep hidden. Um,
Nice.
as you
Can
can
you teach me
imagine,
faster? In this
we
book?
do have a whole library with books that can facilitate the learning of Abyssal. That's certainly not a problem. Um, I'm glad to see you all here. What did you all think?
Good sermon. Fantastic. A lot of power
I was
behind it.
really feeling it. All this nothingness
Yeah.
talk really hit home.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really, really driving. And that's why I'm even more excited to learn this language.
And he looks at Draquan. You look like a man of the cloth. What know you of the god Nixalis? Draquan.
A little bit this, a little bit of that, but not enough to, you know.
He responds, I've never heard of this god. I have a hard time believing such a God can exist. And the priest responds with, well, what do you know of creation? From, I'm assuming you believe what has been told, that the creator of our world, of everything, was Aroth. That's a lie. Aroth is nothing more than a creation of Nixalis. Nixalis is the one true god. He has created everything. These other gods, Arath, Veluna, Solanthus, all of them are nothing more than Nixalis' ungrateful children.
How do you spell that?
Spell Nixalis?
Yeah.
Oh, let me this should actually be available to you now. 1 second. Server.
Would this have any effect on me since I'm a tiefling?
No.
No.
It honestly doesn't have any much effect on anyone besides the fact that what this cult leader is describing to you after some time is that Nixalis was the first being in existence. He woke up in the void by himself and wandered aimlessly for millennia. Out of desperation, he was searching for something or anything in this void that he resided in. After eons of searching, he found nothing. However, he did discover that, and I say he just because, yeah,
Yeah.
he discovered that he could will things into existence. And he, excuse me,
No dying.
and something stuck in my throat. He discovered he could just will things into existence. And in an effort to find companionship and not be by himself, he created out of himself the other gods. However, they feared him and they tricked him and abandoned him and took off together. And they had then started creating worlds and filling the void with planets and stars. Nixalis desires only one thing: to be reunited with his children and his creations. And that's what the priest spent some time explaining to you.
It seems dangerous.
For you see, our God has created everything. The sermons and
Yeah.
scriptures that you all have been told through your churches are nothing more than lies created by his ungrateful children. I imagine you must have questions. I'd be happy to answer anything.
Where do I sign up?
We'll be holding an initiation within the coming days. You're free to
Fantastic.
come and go as you wish. We do not wish to keep you here against your will, for that is not the desire of our God.
Well, that's good to hear, actually. answered one of my questions that I would have asked throughout the next few days, so that's good.
We did it.
We seek only to bring forth Nixalis and undo this heresy of a world that has been created. We wish to restore things to the natural order, to be reunited with Nixalis, and be given our true forms, our true existence. None of this greed and inequality and injustice, none of the wars and diseases that have plagued us. We wish to bring about our utopia.
How do you plan on doing that?
With all change, there will be sacrifice, but it is for the greater good. If
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's being sacrificed exactly?
I mean, none of Nixalis'
Just the
followers.
non-believers. Like I'm
Yes.
safe. Okay, okay. And I just go back to my book.
Don't worry, my children. The followers of the true God will not be harmed in this process, for we will be elevated to our true existence.
I get really excited for a second because I'm only half listening. I go, I get wings. I just go back to my book.
I mean, I can't say what it will be actually like, as us mortals can't comprehend the true nature of the God. But through our studies, through our worship, we are granted more information and more knowledge, and more importantly, the strength to bring about his will.
And then how do you plan on like sacrificing the non-believers?
I'm sure you saw the dragons recently. Yes?
Yeah, they're a little vicious.
Those are
Angry dragons? I just go back to my book again.
those are some of Nixalis' most loyal and strongest creations. They will help us in instigating this change and bringing about the new worlds.
I definitely don't want to be
Cool,
on their
cool.
bad side.
No, me neither.
No, I could
So
imagine.
you guys aren't outside of the dragons, no one's killing anyone? Or what's the deal with that?
I mean, we will protect ourselves.
Okay, cool.
And
That's
we
fair.
will
That's fair.
take actions as needed to ensure the secrecy of our existence. We do not wish to be publicly known at this time. That's why this letter was written in Abyssal. And the door that you walked through, outside of the initial passing it provided you, only true believers and members of our order will have full access to that door. I'm sure you saw a few people left and laughed after the sermon. Should they try to come back, that door will no longer appear for them.
Oh, interesting.
So,
Okay.
so how, like, I totally feel like I'm a believer and all, but like, how does that work exactly? Like, do I have to believe a certain way or like
Believe
harder?
really hard.
Like, I believe,
Think-
and like run in. Like, I'm not sure. Like, how does that exactly work? So,
All we ask is that you keep an open mind. You have free access to our library. We may ask you to do some tasks. We may send you on missions that we deem suitable for your skill set. But we would never willingly ask you to sacrifice yourself. We want you to come
Okay.
back.
Paul,
Or
go back to my book. I'm so mad about this man.
you're still very angry at
Hmm?
Paul.
He is like my villain story. I'm gonna look at him and ask him about his library and ask if he has anything on the history of this town and the Frost Giants, or if he knows anything about why they're so angry.
Careful.
So there are some books in the library. They are quite different from the books you'd find in any library in the rest of this country. As for their accuracy, I can't be certain just because I was not there when these things happened. But
I say to him, well, to be fair, even from the writer's stance of the other books I've read, it doesn't seem like they were there either. And I go back to trying to learn the language.
was there any other questions you had? There are sleeping areas here if you need a place to live. Um, you are welcome to come and go as you wish. Um, the only thing that we ask is that you not reveal the location of our temple to just anyone, only to those you feel would be welcome to our beliefs.
So, like, what is your exact goal with this town, per se? Like, if he comes back to life, like, how? That's a weird way to frame this question. So, I'm just saying, like, what about other people that just don't know you exist unintentionally? like, like, say, dude comes back, they're not unintentionally unbelievers, but like, what happens to them?
We have been training many of our members, and we're not localized to this city. This is just a branch, but we have been training prophets to go out and spread the word of Nixalis in the coming days, to try to get as many people open to the true nature of the universe and to our beliefs before anything starts. But those that resist and those that defy us, we will sacrifice without hesitation to further strengthen our God.
So you will sacrifice people once your god comes back, but right now we're safe.
Only the non believers are not safe.
Interesting.
Well, I'm a
Okie
believer.
dokie. I just say okie dokie and I go back to trying to learn.
Well, if you need anything else, I will be in my chambers. I have some research to do. You guys have free access to the library, as well as the dining hall and sleeping and washrooms. And
Those
he
look like
walks.
boobies.
What looks like boobies?
These right here.
Whoa,
Those are
what?
gargoyles.
Yeah, from up here.
They're back boobies.
Back boobs. Hooray.
Back boobs.
These are things that pop in my mind and are supposed to be inside thoughts, and it definitely was out of my mouth before I realized.
Inside thoughts are no fun.
Mm-mm.
I love that this.
That's why I say all that out loud.
I always thought you had Asperger's.
I have ADHD burgers of my brain is tired and it's almost midnight, so my meds have way weared off. There's no longer a filter.
The day I met you, you were screaming penis on the back of the bus.
That also seems about right.
That sounds accurate. So, what you guys doing?
I want to talk to this dude.
I'm
Who's this
looking around.
dude? Can I talk to him?
Who's what, dude?
The dude in this bed?
Oh, yeah,
So
he's
many
just
books.
a random cultist just hanging
Hi,
out in
rando
his bed.
cultist. Can you help me
Rando
learn the
cultist.
language?
A new member, yes. I'd be happy to teach you our language.
I'm
Ooh,
learning
I wanna
demon
learn too.
language. And I get all excited and jump on the bed with him.
Harry, come on.
Follow me. I'll take you to the library. We can study there.
Ah, hey,
Aw.
Hey, where are you going?
Larry, this way. Come on.
Can you leash me
Come
or
on, Larry.
something? Because I can't run this
Yes,
fast.
I put him in my book bag. I put him in
Run
his little
faster.
backpack.
Walls.
I know these walls
Walls.
suck ass. I know, right?
And apparently the chairs are not to scale. Look at that.
They are fucking not.
No.
Oh, well.
I made this map in a different program, so
It's fine.
It's all
It worked.
good. So he reaches into the stacks and grabs some books, hands you all some books. So who all is trying to learn this here language?
I've already been studying for a little bit.
Do we have a tutor?
There's along for the
Listen.
ride.
He's
Yeah,
been
this
studying
cultist-
for 4 hours.
Do we have a tutor that can assist us to do it faster?
Do you have a rune of knowledge that just teaches it? That'd be perfect.
No, but I can teach you the basics of the language to get you familiar and able to read our texts.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
I'm in for this class. Why not? I'm up for languages. I'm
And
like
Reagan found a
Leona that
bathroom
knows
with
them
no
all.
privacy.
Yeah, there is none.
Yeah.
Does Leonis know them all?
know what?
He said Leonis knows all the languages.
No, I don't know all the languages.
Leona can
He knows
speak
quite a
just
few.
about everything, except for the ones we need.
I can speak it. I can
That's pretty much
speak
where
it,
I'm at. I
but I don't
like 3 or
understand
4
what I'm saying.
languages.
There we go.
I didn't know we
what
could just
need to
add
get.
every language into our character sheet when we started. Or I would have
You
did
cannot.
that. Leona
No,
did.
it does not. No, he didn't. He hit the languages he has were specifically due
yeah.
to traits and stuff he chose. The only
Uh-huh.
one that we added in different was Goblin because
Of you.
You said that we were buddies, so I got Goblin.
Oh, okay.
It's our secret
other-
little language.
Yeah, the other languages were because of backgrounds or feats that he took during creation and level up. So after you guys spend the better part of the night being tutored by this cultist here,
Can we give him a
and
name?
let me.
Kenny.
You really
Fine.
want to give
His
him a
name
name?
is Jeremy, okay?
Jeremy,
Jeremy.
no!
I like Jeremy.
Jeremy, no! Bluey.
And
Or
you
some Paul.
all now have access to the Abyssal language.
Fuck yeah. We did it.
We did it.
See what happens when you ask? Everyone got so mad at me earlier for trying to ask
No,
questions.
that was something else.
Oh, I had other questions.
What questions do you have?
Not anymore. That meant for Paul.
Oh,
It was for
Paul.
Paul.
I think she has a crush on Paul.
He has
Probably.
a
Wait, that's so
crush on
funny. I was
Paul.
I was gonna make that joke.
I do
I
not.
don't want to talk about Paul a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just still mad.
You ever notice that when two people really hate each other, they really become irresistible to each other?
You just wait. I don't know if Paul will ever find me irresistible after
He
I yelled
loves
at him.
Paul and Paul hates her.
He
Okay,
just likes
so
my horns.
You all speak Abyssal now,
Hey, we did it.
and now I'm just kind of curious. What does Abyssal show in the text? Pretty cool.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
What is it? I missed it.
In the chat feed, I have an extension installed that will put languages.
Oops. I forgot to change the
it'll translate
language.
languages for you. So, for example,
You just do
Um,
common.
you don't
I know.
speak Celestial, but Try does. So this will look like gibberish to you.
Yeah, I've been talking to Leanna secretly this whole time.
Oh, I have Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Infernal, and
Yep.
Abyssal. Nice.
Leonith and Triumph have their own secret language too, it seems.
Yep. I had to pick it again. Come on.
Of course he did. So yeah, that is everything I had for the night.
A bunch of roleplay. Oh,
Nice.
I was world building and backstory and a chance to get more information on gear and whatnot. So I will get the gear ready for you guys so it's there next session.
Well, my
Alright.
gear was disapproved.
Oh
No.
my god.
Oh, calm down.
So this
I'm just